Ashley, this is about Liam, the guy you brought over the other day. Do you really plan on marrying a man like him out of everyone else? What? Well, he and I have already talked about wanting to get married, and I explained the same thing to you all. Remember how when I said I was bringing him over to the house, I said that this would be because he and I plan on marrying? I know that. I wasn't questioning that. But you haven't heard anything from him yet about how he's not interested in you, or you in him, leading to you guys no longer being engaged? Huh? Well, he might not want to really get married to you is all now. Would you please not talk about things like that when he and I are getting closer to our wedding? I was so happy to finally find a man that understands me the way I want to be understood. And you're going to talk about our relationship like that? And by the way, he would never just leave me for another woman like that at this time. I know. When both your dad and I met with him, we could tell he wasn't that kind of man. I'm not trying to talk badly about him or your guys' relationship, especially when he seems like a really decent man. Well, that better be the case. Then tell me, why are you asking questions like that, making it seem as though we would ever be calling off the engagement? Well, about all that, Ashley, I would like you to give Liam to Raina. Huh? Don't say huh to me like you can't hear or something. I really feel as though Raina and Liam would be a far better couple. That's why I'm wanting you to end your engagement with him right now, and then let Raina have him instead. Wait. We had a family meeting, and in that meeting we decided that Liam would be getting married to Raina, so you have no other option now. So starting today, Liam is Raina's fiancé. What the heck are you saying? I think your cute little sister is a far better match for someone like Liam, and I want them to get married. You are her older sister, and you want what's best for her, right? So you give Liam to her right now. Do you think Liam's going to be okay with something as ridiculous as this? Oh, well, I've never heard of there being a man on this planet who doesn't want to marry Raina. I mean, she's said to be the #1 most beautiful woman in this part of the state, right? In other words, this means he has no reason to stay with you over her. I have no idea what's gotten into you, Mom. No matter what you try and do, this marriage between Liam and Raina is going to happen. It's already been decided on. I'm going to talk with Liam right now about how I want him to leave you, so please do not get in the way of your little sister's love. And from now on, you are no longer to meet with Liam. Understand? Liam, has anyone from my family begun talking to you about anything yet? Anything that would really make you feel awkward about them?
Ashley, I was just about to text you asking about it.
So this means... so my mom has started to talk to you then?
Yeah, I was just getting a boatload of texts from your mom, and they're all so, well, let's just say I never knew someone out of your family could act that way. She wants me to start going out with your little sister. I didn't know how to respond back to her text after she said all that to me, so I was planning on asking you about it first.
She just started with that?
I'm not blaming any of this on your Ashley, but this was all a little... I just don't know what to think about your parents now. Especially your mom.
I see. I guess she did end up getting your phone number back when you came over to their house the other day. I'm sorry, Liam. I was hoping I could warn you in some way before she got to you. Her and I were just texting one another about it, and she told me she was going to tell you about it. I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize for that.
Huh?
I told you that you're not to blame for this. And the only reason I was comfortable with giving your mom my number at the time is in case we ever needed to talk to one another about our marriage or the wedding. Had I known this would come from her, I would never have gave her my real number.
Just in case you need to talk to her?
Actually, when I came over to your house that day, your mom said to me that you had a cute little sister, and that I should be marrying her instead of you. And then she told me that she'd get you to leave me so I could have my chance with her. And well, At the time, I thought she was just joking and wanted my number for when we got closer to the wedding and all that. But today, I realised that I was totally wrong about her, and she wasn't kidding. She actually thinks that I'd be willing to just leave you and go to your little sister instead. I've never even met your little sister in person, let alone talk to her. What if she's not even close to the type of woman I want to be with?
I see.
This is all just... Well, I never thought this could get so far out of hand. She didn't seem serious at the time, but now I realise that she has me in her trap. I guess I never had a fiancé before, and have never gone to meet my fiancé's parents before talking about marriage, so I assumed something like that was a joke to lighten the mood. I would have never imagined she was being serious about it. What a way to change my views on life, when you and I are this close to being husband and wife.
I'm sorry.
You do not have to apologise to me, right? I feel like I could just tell your mom no to all that right now, but for some reason I'm getting this feeling that a simple no won't be enough to stop her.
Yeah, you are totally right about that. When my little sister asks for something, or it's something my mom wants for her, there is nothing that'll stop them from getting it.
Seriously?
For the time being, you should just go find somewhere to hide.
Find somewhere to hide?
I'm sure that they'll be able to look up the address you live at, so you might want to find a place to lay low for a bit. They already know my address as well, so you might need to go find a friend or something to ask.
Then let me go ask one of my cousins if they'll let me stay at their place for a week or two.
Are you planning to ask your cousin from the next town over, who's in college now?
That's the one. I work freelance after all, so there's no need for me to worry about commuting to work or anything, and I'm sure I can give a good reason as to why I want to go stay with them for a while. And I don't think your mom or sister will ever be able to find me there.
That's true.
Alright, I'm going to ask right away. Right. I'm almost done with my lease at my current apartment, so we could probably start moving my things out of it to prepare for the move.
That'll require a lot more work, though.
Don't worry about it. When I've got things handled, I'll get back in touch with you.
All right. Be careful, okay? Ashley, I can see that you actually went through with the plan and broke up with Liam. I'm very happy that you listened to me. You have finally become the kind and thoughtful older sister Raina deserves to have. What? What are you talking about? I have not broken up with Liam yet. Huh? No way. You're still going on about how you want him to be your husband? Oh my God. There is something seriously wrong with you, isn't there? What are you doing? I'm not going to let you get away with stealing your little sister's happiness from her. Wait, what are you talking about, Mom? Like, really? They haven't even met one another in person yet, so how would she know if she really likes him or not? Remember? That time when I brought Liam over to see you and Dad, Raina was out of the house and she never came home to see him. I know, and their time to meet one another will come soon, but I know that when they meet, there will be no problems and things will continue on smoothly. What? Continue smoothly? Or are they actually going to meet? Back when Liam came over to our house with you, and after that, while he was walking home, your dad tailed him to find out where he's living. Huh? So I've had Raina go over there today, and she's going to meet with him right now. Are you joking? You had Dad stalk him like that? Well, you were never telling us where his address was then. We have to know what part of town he's in, considering he's going to be dating our little girl soon. What the heck? You guys are all messed up. Jeez, I'm glad I went ahead and messaged you today on a whim. Well, no matter what you have to say about it now, you're too late. I sent Raina over to his place, and I'm having her live with him now. She's living with him? I didn't want you thinking this was going on just yet, so I lied about her not meeting with him, but in reality, she's been over there for 3 days now. I can't believe things went so well for her that she's already being allowed to stay in his home. Is that right? That's right. All right, then. I get it now. So you guys are no longer going to need $2,000 a month from me, right? Huh? $2,000? What's that all about? Oh, you didn't forget about that, did you? 7 years ago, the company that Dad had been working for went bankrupt, and it took him a while to find himself another job thereafter. But that new job happened to pay him a lot less than what he was making before, so you guys asked me to start sending you both $2,000 a month. What? You've still been doing that for us? Well, you guys never told me to stop that, so I've just kept on sending you guys the money. All right? To be honest, I thought that $2,000 was a lot to be giving you guys each month, but back then you had Raina going to college, and she also had a lot of costs that needed to be paid for as well, right? And since I'm making a decent amount of money myself, I thought it'd be fine to send that kind of money to you all, as it was for the family. But now that you are having your younger daughter leave the house and she'll be cared for by her soon-to-be husband, that must mean that you and Dad don't need my money anymore. Dad should be making pretty decent money by this point, so I see no need to send you the $2,000 each month anymore. So in other words, there is no point in me sending you a monthly allowance. Right? Wait a second. We can go get Raina back right now. Huh? And you no longer have to leave Liam for us. So actually, can you please keep sending us that $2,000 every month? What? I'm going to talk with Raina right now, so please keep that money coming to us. Liam, you going to your cousin's place and moving out of your apartment was a perfect move.
Huh? Did something happen then?
Apparently my dad followed you home after you came over to visit my parents that one time, and he found out where you were living.
Like he stalked me?
And, well, later on they had Raina go to that apartment to go and see you.
What the? That's terrifying.
And, well, my mom told me that Raina and you have started living with one another.
Huh? I'm not living with her at all, though.
Yeah, I know that. But if my mom thinks she's out living with you, then where is Raina gone? And what?
What's wrong? Do you have an idea?
I just got a notification saying that Raina tried calling me. It's rare for her to ever call me like that. And whenever I try talking to her, she never answers.
I'm sure it has to do with what's been going on here, so try calling her back.
I'll do that, I guess. Here we go. Ashley! We have no idea what happened to Raina or where she went! Do you have any idea? What? And also, Liam wasn't over at that apartment either. I thought that she was living in that place with Liam this whole time. Did they both run away from me? Well, you're half correct. What? But she's not with Liam right now. What? What do you mean by that? I heard about it from Raina herself. You knew that Raina had a boyfriend this whole time, right? Her boyfriend happens to work as a contractor, so you assumed that he wasn't making all too much money. So you tried to get in the way of those two and find a way to get them to break up so that you could have her go out with Liam. Well, that's... because if she had to marry some dirty contractor who's barely making any money, I'd feel so bad for her. And that's why you wanted her going out with my fiancé? I'm not going to let her go out with some nasty-looking hick from who knows where when Liam is a far better man. Well, listen to this, Mom. I happen to know where he's working as a contractor. The place happens to be known throughout the state as one of the best places to work with very good pay and benefits. What? And the CEO happens to be liked by pretty much all his workers. Of course, doing the work all of the workers have to do is hard on their bodies, but he makes sure everyone has good health insurance and that they get enough PTO each year to take time to relax themselves. I think that he's actually working for a really, really good company right now. But in your case, you never bothered to look up the company he's at and just chose to think he was poor. I never thought there'd be a company like that, though, for contractors. Had you just listened to Raina, you might have understood things better. But it's too late for that now. Too late? About Raina. When you told her to go to Liam's place and stay with him, she took that opportunity and ran back to her boyfriend's house and has been staying there. She ran to his place? They happen to be getting married now, too. Why do you know all of this stuff? Well, because yesterday I got a call from her and we spent all night talking with one another about what's been going on. I'm sure that you and Dad tried your best to get her to have the life you wanted her to have, and I was jealous at times about how much you cared about her, but not me. However, now I feel as though neither Raina or I was ever really cared for by you or Dad. And, well, last night I was finally able to hear about Raina's feelings as well. Ashley, about that $2,000, will you, Wait, are you serious? Now of all times? Well, look, your dad's income hasn't really gone up at all since he was first hired, and, the cost of living here. It's just the two of you now, so you should be more than capable of living there with Dad's income. But wait, you're not working at all, right? Me? Why are you surprised? This is your time to be a good wife and find yourself a job, right? As for Raina and I, we have both found ourselves amazing men to make our husbands. That means we are no longer going to be letting you into our lives, causing us all kinds of trouble. All right. A few days after that, my mom and dad got a divorce. My dad wasn't making a whole lot of money with his current job, and my mom didn't like that about him. But when he brought up the idea that she could get a job as well, she flipped out. Anyway, the way I found out that those two would be getting a divorce was right after I told them about how Raina and I would both be getting married. My mom apologized to me then and said she'd be leaving my dad for good. You might think that after this, my whole family fell apart, but right after my mom told us about the divorce, my dad, sister, and I started a group chat where we keep one another up to date on our lives. Now that Raina's married, she's asked us to come to her wedding in the next couple of months. And even said that Liam was invited too, so that means she can see him for the first time. But I had to make sure she knew not to have that wedding around my wedding because Liam and I are set to be wed in the next month. And just today we went to the courthouse and handed in our marriage forms. When it comes to my dad, he no longer has to support another adult on his income. And as a single man, he's actually making enough to support himself comfortably. He told us he plans on selling the house soon and using that money to move into a smaller house where he won't have to clean as much of it. As for my mom herself, she didn't have any parents to go back to, and all of her brothers and sisters lived too far away and weren't that close to her to begin with. Out of all the stages in her life, she's learning how hard it is to live on your own in her late 60s. She has a job of her own now, but it's only enough to afford her a one-bedroom apartment and a little bit of food each week. And since she's now living life like the poor, she spends all day and night in her room, crying and crying and crying.
I had a great time last night. I can't believe we celebrated our 1-year anniversary. Time flies.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And the restaurant is just, wow. The food, the atmosphere, the staff, everything.
Yeah, I also liked it.
And you look great. I mean, I feel like I'm falling in love with you more and more every day.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure that's the case.
Did I say something wrong?
No, I'm just tired from last night.
We didn't get back home that late. It was 12.
Well, I don't know. I just feel tired, okay?
Okay, honey. No need to get angry right away. I just asked.
Okay, talk to you later.
Hello, son. Hi, Dad. What's up? Heard from you in days. Just wanted to check up on you. Oh, sorry. I've been swamped at work. Yes, I assumed. How's the business going? Great. I'm employing 2 new software developers. The company's growing. I'm really proud of you. I knew that someday you'll be a successful business owner. You take after me, you know? Of course, Dad. When Mike and I do something good, we take after you. When we do something bad, we take after our mom's side of family. No, your brother only takes after your mom's side. You both look so much alike, but you can't be any more different. You know how he is. Lazy. and spending money like crazy. By the way, I'm kidding about your mom. Not about Mike, though. Come on, Dad. Cut him some slack. He changed. He's not the same problematic person he once was. He comes to work every day. He listens to everything I say. And, by the way, where's the lovely Anna? I saw you at the park yesterday. You were so much in love. I could see it on your faces. At the park? No. Dad, we were at the park yesterday. I'm sure you were. Maybe I'm 60 years old, but, you know, I'm eagle-eyed. I don't even wear glasses. I saw her car. I remember the license plate. That's strange. What was the couple doing? Well, son, they were kissing, and the man had his arm wrapped around her waist. But it was you. I know my son's face, for God's sake. You're messing with me, aren't you? Tom, where did you go? Come on, what's going on? Of course I'm messing with you, don't worry. When was this? When did you see us? At about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Why? Son, where did you go? What's going on? Hey, where were you yesterday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? At work, of course. Why? Because my dad saw you at the park. No, that's not possible. Really? Because he saw your car and the license plate.
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. I met my friend Sarah for a cup of coffee.
I see. Is Sarah a guy by any chance?
What?
Because my dad saw you kissing a man who apparently looks like me.
Tom, your dad is an old man. He must be imagining things.
Don't say that about my dad. He's smart and sharp and his eyesight is perfect.
Oh, why bother lying when I could just tell you the truth?
What?
Where should I start? Oh, let's start with the story. The cheating bastard.
What are you talking about?
Just shut up and don't interrupt me. Once upon a time, there was a girl called Anna who believed that her husband was faithful to her. But that wasn't true. A birdie told Anna that her beloved husband is staying at a hotel with his coworker, Dora. So Anna finds herself a new love.
What? Are you crazy? I'm the cheating husband?
Are you denying staying at a hotel with Dora?
No, that part is true. And we weren't alone. We met with clients from France who were staying at the hotel.
At 2 a.m.?
We went for a dinner before that, and then we swung by the hotel to get a few more drinks.
Come on. That's a big fat lie. You never told me about this.
That's because you were with your friend Sarah on that 3-day trip from work.
Do you think I'm stupid? Do you think I'll believe you? But I must congratulate you on your ability to make up lies right on the bat. I'm clapping my hands. Can you...
Anna, I swear I'm telling the truth. I love you. By the way, you're the one who's cheating and is not ashamed to admit it.
I'm not, because I found a man that really respects me and doesn't neglect me because of his work.
Oh, so now I'm the bad husband because I'm working my ass off for both of us? For our trips, house, cars, whatever you wish for?
You don't want to pay attention to me. I found someone who does. And that's the best part. Guess who he is?
You're unbelievable. I know him?
Think about it. Why did your dad think it was you? It looks exactly like you.
Oh my god. Is it Mike? Is it my fucking brother?
Hurts, doesn't it? Now you see how I felt when he told me about you and Dora.
He told you about me and Dora at the hotel?
Yes, he's the one who saw you.
I can't believe it. What did I do to deserve this betrayal from you and my own brother? I give him a well-paid job. Even though he's problematic and reliable. I've loved you with all my heart.
Come on, don't act like a saint. That's what you always do. Mike says you've always been like that.
Oh, now you're discussing me with Mike? Nice, you're not even worth it. If you don't trust me and you trust my brother, there's nothing more to be said. Go with him. Get out of my house.
Gladly.
And you're doing this out of spite, to get back at. You don't love him. You're driven by revenge.
We love each other.
You deserve each other. Where the hell are you? You should be in your office. Just out to get something. How could you do this to me? Do what? Sleeping with Anna? My own brother? Oh, that. Yeah, sorry, Tom, but I fell in love with her. Wife of all the women in the world. How could you do this to me? After everything I've done for you. I got you out of your depths and drinking habits, gambling, and whatnot. I've covered your ass as much as I could from our parents. Spending their money and everything. Why? Just why? So, what if you did that all for me? You're the older brother. It's your job to take care of me. And what can I do when I fall in love with Anna? This just happened. Mike, you got divorced 2 months ago. For cheating on your wife. Who are you kidding? What's the real reason? You're all about the money. No. Oh, I see it now. You think that Anna will get half of the company when we get divorced. So you won't stop working and spend that money. Oh, now everything is clear. No, that's not true. But now that you mentioned it, sounds pretty great. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but Anna signed a prenup. She's not getting a single penny. What? Penny? What? Why would she sign a thing like that? So it is about money after all. Sorry your plans got ruined. You're also fired from the company, starting now. Get your things and get out before I strangle you. Hey son, I heard about what happened. Your mom told me. Yeah, Dad. Unbelievable. Just shocking. Yeah, for me too. I didn't call right away. I just thought you needed some time. Yeah, I did. Being stabbed in the back from my wife and my own brother. I called that stupid little rascal an hour ago. I know he's my son, but I can't keep up with his recklessness anymore. This is too much. He hurt everyone in this family and has been hurting us since forever. All those problems because of him. What did you do? I cut ties with him. I told him he's no longer welcome in our lives. This affair is going between him and your wife just crushed your mom. Hurt you. We can't forgive him. Not now. I'm also changing the will. He's not getting anything from us anymore. Not a single penny, I tell ya. Dad, he's still your son. No, a loving son does not destroy his whole family for stupid, selfish reasons. For money. I know, Dad. I'm not feeling well. I'll call you tomorrow. Sure, son. Of course. Get some rest and don't worry. Everything will be okay again. Thanks, Dad. Oh, so now you've convinced Dad to change the will and leave me nothing? Well done, brother. After all the damage you've caused, you're just concerned about money? I simply can't believe it. You're inconquerable. You destroyed us all. Dad, Mom, and me. How could you be so selfish? To be honest, my plan was to destroy only you. To crush you. Why? After everything I've done for you? There it is. After everything I've done for you? I can't stand that sentence. Well, I did. I did everything for you. So what? I have to be grateful for the rest of my life? I can't believe what I'm hearing. Do you know how it feels like to live in your shadow? And hear our parents say, oh, Tom this and Tom that. And Mike is all that? What? Tom is rich and successful. Tom has a gorgeous wife. Tom is a saint. So now I have to apologize for my success? It's your problem, Mike, that everything you touch turns into ashes. Never thought about us. You're so inconsiderate and selfish. You've been in and out of trouble for years. Take responsibility for your actions. It's not my fault that our parents are disappointed in you. You did it yourself with your gambling, drinking, debts, laziness. Don't blame me for being single. Blame yourself. No, I blame you. Acting like a saint and parading with your great life in front of me. So I decided to ruin that for you. To ruin your perfect little life. Maybe I cannot make as much money as you, but I took the one thing that you appreciated the most. Anna, I know would hurt you the most with that, and I succeeded. You're pure evil. Pure evil. You thought everything out. Telling Anna about my meeting at the hotel, seducing her. You don't love her. You're using her for your evil games and schemes. So what if I am? My goal was to crush you, and I did it. You lost everything with it. Our family. No, Dad and Mom will come around eventually. I'm still their son. Not worried. Just get the hell out of my life and do whatever you want. After your divorce with Anna is finalized, we're getting married. You're invited if you would like to come.
Hey Tom, it's Anna. Are you here?
What do you want?
Can I see you? I really need to talk to you.
I don't.
Tom, please. I don't know what to do. I don't know who to talk to. I need you.
You should have thought about that before you believed my brother's lies.
I know that now. You're right. You're right about everything. I've been so foolish all this time. I thought he loved me. I thought he was telling the truth about you and Dora. So convincing. I'm so stupid.
What happened, Anna? What finally opened your eyes?
He cheated on me, Tom. I caught him in his car.
What did you expect from him? You know how he is. That's why he's divorced. He cheated on his ex-wife.
Really? You didn't tell me that when we were together.
Yeah, because I didn't want you to think the worst of him. Clearly, I was wrong.
I've been so stupid and gullible. I trusted him instead of you. And he told me he seduced me only because he wanted some kind of revenge on you for being so perfect. He told me this after I caught him cheating. Bastard!
Mike is the most selfish person I've ever met. Imagine how I felt when you left me for him, and when he declared his hatred towards me.
I am really, really sorry, Tom. I made an enormous mistake. How could he ruin our marriage like that?
Anna, you're the one that gave him the green light.
I know. I regret everything I did. Would you like to meet and talk things out?
What for? We should have done that months ago when he accused me of cheating. But you didn't want to listen then.
We can solve our problems now.
Anna, it's too late now. I've moved on.
Who is she?
It's Mike's ex-wife. We met and bonded over our experience with Mike. That's how it started.
Even though I'm crushed, I'm happy for you. After all, it's all my fault and I lost you. The best thing that ever happened to me. I hope one day we could be friends.
Maybe in the future. Bye, Anna.
Bye, Tom.
Anna? Where are you? Pick up, it's urgent!
What is it, Tom? I'm at an extremely important meeting at my firm. I can't talk right now.
You won't believe what happened. The bank called me. Apparently, someone withdrew $100,000 from my bank account this morning. A few hours ago.
What? But how could that happen? They have security systems and everything.
Well, I went there to see what has happened. They show me footage of a security camera. A man dressed like me shows an ID, and the old accountant at the desk thought it was I. So she gave the person access to my account. And believe it or not, that thief is Mike.
What? I can't believe he went that far. He's committing crimes now.
I can't believe how my life turned upside down last year, being afraid of my own brother.
Well, what can we do about this? Is there any way I can help you?
I contacted the police, and they were doing their best to find him. Checking security footages of the streets and around the bank to see where he has gone. But no lead so far. They say that by now, he could be anywhere. Even out of the country.
But he could be stopped at the airports when they see his name on the passport.
That's the problem. My passport and IDs are missing. He stole them from my house without leaving a trace. He's pretending to be me.
Oh, my God. This is unbelievable. I'm so sorry, Tom. Is there anything I could do for you?
Well, I was thinking that maybe you would know where he is, or where he's planning on going.
Unfortunately, I have no idea. He never shared any plans with me of robbing you and leaving the country.
It's not, but maybe he has said something or hinted something that could lead us to him.
Let me think about it. Nothing comes to mind. Wait, he had been saying that he desperately wants to go to Greece. An island called Mykonos. Because of the parties and everything.
I'll call the police right away. I'll tell them to check any flights to Greece today at the airport.
I hope this was helpful. Please call me or text me to tell me whether we succeeded in finding him.
Fingers crossed. They found him. You were right. He was planning to go to Greece and spend my money there.
Thank God.
He even put a flight and claimed that it was me. Stubborn, selfish bastard.
What will happen now?
He's facing a fraud charge, of course. Probably 10 to 15 years in prison.
He's getting what he deserves.
Thank you for your help. We couldn't do this without you.
Oh, it was nothing. It was the least I could do to make it up to you for everything I've done. Will you ever forgive me?
I've forgiven you a long time ago.
Thank you.
I'm dating Mike's wife, Sandra. Really happy together. I stayed friends with Anna. After all, she has been manipulated by Mike, and I found it in my heart to forgive her. As for Mike, he is in prison. He's serving a 15-year prison sentence for fraud and also some other charges. I heard he has problems there now with his cellmates. My parents were devastated. I was crushed. I thought about visiting him, but what he did was unforgivable. It's just too much. I just can't. Maybe in the future. Who knows?